and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital es...
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up, and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is sword, and that also means elephant.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça, ça, ah c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça. Sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nej. Man. Yen. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bangba, okay, Bangbas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi Quattro grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile.
Sì, ecco, la gente, è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisci che quante lingue parlo, io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi, dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io.
I buy a computer or what? Here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or, but sounds vaguely like Hogun and the Hok in Hogun in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that appears it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur sachant chasser, ses chassés sont son chien de chasse.
Der dicke Dach.
Okay, der dicke Dachdecker deckt dir dein Dach, drum dank dem dicken Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker dir dein Dach deckt.
Hola y bienvenidos al directo de Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. Yo soy Elisa, traductora, escritora y editora y comunicadora social con más de 20 idiomas de trabajo. Y aquí vamos a estar jugando videojuegos, sobre todo GeoGuessr, y hablando de idioma, la mejor forma de aprenderlo y caleta más.
Zwei Zwetschgenzweigen zwitscherten zwei tschechische Schwalben. Tres tristes tigres tragaban trigo en un trigal en tres tristes trastos.
Oh, I see. This is Diche Ishai Fui, which means do you want food? But yeah, are you hungry? That also means. How are the boys? Cine da boy. Posso Milao. Pote. Buenese. Proteine. Udros. Protoculo. In the designated chicken eating area, obviously.
Okay, still 3 times I have to defeat him. And I don't have a whole lot of health left.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Monsieur. Livre. Liwe, livre.
Paks.
Mustan kissan paksut posket.
Maciej.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sí.
So
Wysoki. Macieje. Proč. Víte. Kočky. A. Si.
Track 6.
Aspri Petra xes aspri apton ilio xex asproteri. Aspri Petra xes aspri apton ilio xes asproteri.
Then coginio panas.
Oh boy.
La ferad verda ferra ferda vedri.
Hakab. Hefed.
Okay.
Hefed.
Okay.
Hefed. Hefed. Haq. Haq. Haq.
Саша по шоссе.
А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку. А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку.
Mwalimu.
Ah, this is Arabic. And it's from Mu'allim.
Juma ni mwalimu mke.
Hello and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I'm Elise, translator, writer, and editor with 20 working languages, and this is the stream where we're going to play some GeoGuessr, look at some of the best and maybe not so best of language learning YouTube, and talk everything about languages and language learning and all that stuff. Yeah, get that all set up. Yeah, there we are. I'm gonna start out with a daily challenge, and try to remember that there is a time control. I have had problems remembering that previously that have caused me problems. Okay. Immediate impression, this is probably Japan. Immediate impression, this is probably not Japan. But we'll see. Oh no, actually, I mean, this is feeling like Japan. Yeah, let's see. Or Taiwan, possibly. Yeah. 中华电信花莲 Rongyun. Yeah, we're in Taiwan. Say someplace near Taipei. 4633, not a bad start. Okay, another narrow street. I mean, could be a few places. Southeast Asia is coming to mind, but not necessarily. Yeah, I mean, not Japan. What are those? Okay, I think we're probably in Indonesia someplace. 1999, because Indonesia is very widely spread out and it is very easy not to get points. Okay, once again, Southeast Asia. But where exactly? That is the question. Well, with a time control, I would say where approximately is the question. But we still got about 2 minutes. Look for a sign. Or Something written in a language, let's put it that way. San Jose de Buena Vista. But it's in English. Okay, this feels like we're probably in the Philippines. Not too bad. Okay, what have we got here? Authorized vehicles only. Authorized with a Z. Swimming and driving unsafe. So, my immediate thought is this is US or Canada. Probably not Canada. Probably, like, hang on, what did that say a second ago? Stop ahead, that's not particularly informative. Certified organic compost. Possibly California? Someplace southwestern is my immediate thought. I don't know, it could be Texas too. Hard to say. $42, $48, not too bad. Okay, 5 of 5. 1A to 1F. So, not a Cyrillic place. Okay, continental Europe, most likely. Heiderholt. Iceland. I was gonna say it felt northern. Okay, yeah, Indonesia got me there, but not too bad on the whole. Okay, time for world. Okay, this looks like it's probably the US or Canada, judging from those mailboxes, judging from the palm trees and the houses. I'm gonna say probably California. Let's just, and yeah, sound is working. Okay. So, immediate thought is California, but I suppose there are other places it could be as well. Please tell me this isn't a cul-de-sac. Oh, good. It's not only not a cul-de-sac, it is an improvement in image quality. Well, I like it when we move into an improvement of image quality. AirTech 941 area code. No idea where that is. CAC. Could that be something? I think that might be California. A lot of sand makes me think this is probably not far from the sea. Yeah. Charlotte County. Okay. So, Charlotte County, and I'm guessing that's probably in California. Oh, wait a second, let me... That cop car ought to have the state on it someplace to make sure that I'm right about that. Damn, no, it does not have the state on it. Just says Sheriff's Office, Charlotte County, so we go off in search of other clues. How's everybody doing, chat? As we go through this sunny, palm-lined area that seems like it's probably California, but I'm not entirely certain. I mean, I guess it could be southeast, too. Doesn't have to be California. Although, wait, it said southwest waste. On that skip, so... Rotonda Golf and Country Club. Area of outstanding natural wankage. And apparently, and above the odds chance of getting Parkinson's, according to a recent study that suggests that living near golf courses, because of all of the chemicals involved in making those greens look the way they do, may not actually be great for your health. Okay, let me see. Let's see if I just find a rotunda someplace in Southern California. Okay, not SLO. Escondido, Murrieta, Temecula. I mean, it's definitely, just judging from the sand and the palm trees, in the general area of the ocean, so more coastal than exterior than interior. Oxnard, that's a great place name. Casa Conejo, Rabbit House. An area called Channel Islands that has neither a channel nor is an island, which is an interesting choice. Oh, Gaviota! Okay. Is there a Charlotte County in I don't know, that doesn't sound like a California county name at the same time. Rotonda. ¿Dónde carajo ¿Dónde carajo te encontré, Rotonda? Long Marsh Golf Club. Okay, another fucking country club. Like, is there an actual town anywhere, or is it just houses and golf clubs? Medalist Road. Okay, there's Long Marsh Golf Club. I mean, the houses are another reason that I think that this is California. They look very California style. Speed limit sign confirms what we already knew. We are in the U.S. God, this is like the most frustrating area. Like, surely there's gotta be, like, a town someplace. Like, surely these people have to go, like, to the shops sometime or something. And everything looks similar enough that I'm not actually entirely certain that I'm not just going around in circles. Like, come on, you gotta have there's gotta be something more than this around here. How do these people not get lost all the time? Everything looks the same. Weird baobab looking palm trees. Like I think this is a singularity. Come on. There's gotta be stuff here someplace. Yes, for anyone just joining, I think we're in California. We are in, like, the most maddening area of California, which is all just looks all the same, and all houses and, like, country clubs and no town anywhere. Don't tell me this is it's a dead fuck. Fucking hell. It's a dead end. Okay. Boleta y la vista. Okay, I'm gonna say it's someplace around here. Fuck. It's Florida. Okay, 504 points. Not a great start. Where in Florida? I was deceived by... Okay, south, for anyone... There's a little tip. Southwest waste. If you see that on a skip, it is not the southwestern United States. It is Southwest Florida. Damn it. Okay, we're in Japan. I can tell because of these prefectural route signs. We're at the intersection of two prefectural routes, but it does not say what prefecture. This is annoying, but なんとか進んでいこう。下戸エラヒタ。初耳だな。下戸エラ。障害者支援カフェ。リーチアウト。そしてこれは NTT。地下に電話線あります。地下に電話線あるけども、地上には何県の何市なのか教えてもらえないかな。県が最大の宝石展示場。何か国道があるのかな、この近くに。読めないな。じゃあ朗報地元。池本だ。遠くて肉だ。直営だからうまい。NTT。安土城の後。安土城はどこにあるのかさっぱりわかんないから、あんまり役に立たんな。文芸の里。So we are definitely in Japan, but so far it's not clear where exactly. Some small town. We're on a prefectural road, but the signs did not actually tell us what prefecture we were in.融雪剤市場。北海道かな。 Okay, there's that was a sign indicating that it was a spot for putting the grit that they lay out to get rid of snow. And often snow-related fixtures are a good indication that you are in Hokkaido. Higashiomi. 聞いたことないな。尾身八幡。尾身八幡ってなんか北海道かな。砂川チップ別。わかんないな。Okay. Possibly Hokkaido, but not entirely clear yet. I like to try to get as close as I possibly can. Oh, hang on. What was that? No, I was trying to move back. Bunge no Sato. It's just a restaurant. Wait, did I turn around without knowing it? Or is this a ring road that I'm on? And it has more than one way to get to. Maybe it's a ring road. We'll just start from that assumption. See where we get. Wait, 池本。またもや池本か。Oh, hell, yes, we have just gone backwards. Well, we didn't get a whole lot of information going the way we did go, so might as well try another way. Nishinoko. 考古博物館。Okay. どっかのど田舎だけどね。だからわかんない。So there are palm trees, but it also gets enough snow that they have a fixed designated spot for putting grit, bags of grit to be spread. Reduce speed now. Ichijideshi. Azuchi-chou. Azuchi-chou. 安土城のある安土町。でも安土ってどこにあるのかまだまだ未知のままだから。琵琶湖吉部へ。大中野湖。Oh, hang on, there was a sign there that might have offered interesting or useful information. いやー、自転車道県道600号線。でも何県なんだ。何県だよ。農道川水車。Okay, this is looking like more of a main road. That heralds some possibility of actually finding out where we are, other than Japan, which I already know. Tsugakuro. 山もあるんだけど、今山いっぱいだからヒントにならないね。Come on, give me a prefecture someplace. Usually, prefectural route signs have, in somewhat small print, the prefecture's name on them. But these, not a single one of them so far has had it, which means they're useless. Because those numbering systems change from one prefecture to the next. Hitasuda. Oh, hang on, there was a sign there that might be useful. Kokudo 8号だ. Okay, that helps. Oh, that's a cute. That's a cute pun. I like that. Hareruya, as in the Japanese way of saying hallelujah, and hareru, this kanji here. Oh no, get out of the way. This kanji here is hareru, like for the sky to clear up, or for somebody's mood to brighten. And this, which means house, can also be read. It can be read ye or ka, but it can also sometimes be read ya. So hareru ya. Okay, Kokudo 8号線. Okay, let's see if we can just find. Okay, 7号線. There's route 7. We got route 8 here anywhere? Four. Those rounded triangular signs are the national routes. And those are quite handy because they don't require you to know what prefecture you're in. Could I have been totally wrong about Hokkaido? Okay, National Route 6. We are someplace in Japan near National Route 8, Kokudo 8号線. But I'm not sure exactly where Route 8 is. But it's the best clue we've had so far to at least figure out what region we're in. So now I'm just going through the map of Japan. See if I can find... Kokudo 8号線. Found it. Oh, Omishiotsu. Ongataki. Makino. Tomiura. Wakasa. Obama. Oi. Yogo. Azuchi ってこの近くにあるはずだけど。Oh, wait. Let me see. Okay, Route 8 is longer than I thought. So, okay, Shigaken. Omihachima. Okay, here we go. Now let's get back to where we started. Because there were two prefectural routes crossing each other. 199 and 2. There's 2. Okay, that's as good as we're going to get, I think. $49.79. Not bad. Élie Saint-Martin. Cimetière Saint-Martin. On est en France. Et où exactement? Stationnement. Okay, fairly urban looking. We're definitely in France. Cherbourg, Octeville. Okay. That simplifies things greatly. Avenue de Normandie. De Fouedre. Saint-Martin. Carrosserie Poutas. $49.99. Välja arvatud valdaja kirjallisuudella. Eesti. Ollaan Estissä. Nortekeskus, lasteaed Männi, perearstid, kiirabi. Okay, we are someplace in Estonia. Someplace reasonably urban looking. Getting a lot of getting a lot of Estonia lately. For a while there wasn't, I had not gone to Estonia at all on GeoGuessr, but past few weeks it's constant. I mean, in the Baltics generally. A lot of Lithuania too. Okay, that's just a car park, so not particularly useful. Atlanta office products. Kohila tööstuspiirkonna juurdepääsude renoveerimine. These are all company names. Härjauja tee. Wrong end of the country, but still 4,500. Not too bad. And let's see. What is this? interesting looking place. What did that stop sign say? Pare. Estamos en Sudamérica. A ver. Centro-Oeste. Ah, no Brasil. Central Western Brazil. $34.06. 18,419. Okay, not my best score. Indonesia took care of that. I am going to take a quick bio break, and then I will be right back.
Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital.
還元一級の先というのは本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up, and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is sword, And that also means elephant. Okay.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça. Ça. Ah, c'est ça. Ça. Che c'est ça, non sa, c'est ça. Sol chi sa che nulla sa. Ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Night. Come on. Yeah. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bambas. Bamba, okay, Bambas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente... è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scopri che quante lingue parlo. Io sempre avevo sentito,
And I'm back. And we just finished one round that I did not distinguish myself particularly in. Let's see where we go next. Okay, someplace in North America. Someplace in the US or Canada, almost certainly. Kinda Midwestern. Stop sign says stop. So that rules out Quebec and the Maritimes. Okay, that is not placed someplace where I can actually get close enough to read it, unfortunately. But, okay, a main road. Cortlandt Street. Ah, very good apples, Cortland's. Okay. Foreman Law Group. Nutfield title. Ourlegalwebsite.com? That sounds like some sort of default. That's the name of their website? That's amazing branding. Okay, definitely the US says speed limit 30. Interstate 93. Okay. 93, that's like northeastern, I think. Yeah, okay, that's right. I was thinking northeastern just because of Cortland. So... it's always handy when they give you an interstate. Now we just need it to know. Hannaford Supermarket. Londonderry. Fuck off with that London in the name. Manchester and Concord are to the north. Salem and Boston to the south. Okay. And where did it say which way was Derry? Derry and Chester are to the east on 102. Donna Tongue Performers Studio. Interesting. Oh, there's 102. Okay, I think we got it. Wait, Derry and Londonderry are adjacent to each other? $49.91. Okay, not a bad start. Okay, we're definitely not in North America. No, we don't need the map yet. I mean, Central Europe is looking entirely possible. Einbahn. 13. Bezirk, Kardinal Piffelgasse. Wien. This is Wien. Wo ist aber der 13. Bezirk? See, this is the annoying thing on the map of on Google Maps. They do not include the district numbers in Vienna. They include them in Budapest, which has the same sort of city planning system, you know, with numbered districts and everything, because of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. But in the case of Vienna, they only give you the name of the district and not the number. So we know we're in Vienna. We know which district number we're in. See, the number at the beginning of the street name, that is the district number. Trouble is, Google Maps does not actually tell you the numbers. It just gives you the names, and I don't remember which one the 13th is. Autobus, Haltestelle. Yeah, definitely Vienna. Elfter Bezirk. Ja, nee, 13. noch. Wo sind wir? Okay. But we know we are someplace in Vienna. Stadlau. Sorry. Flurschützstraße, Favoritenstraße, Margareten, Schönbrunner. Erdbergstraße, Marxergasse. Florianigasse. The best pizza in Vienna is in Florianigasse, in a place called La Delizia. Oh, hang on. Does that say anything useful for our purposes?
Wohnhausanlage der Gemeinde Wien errichtet in den Jahren 51, 54. Not new information. Oh, hang on, what was that? There was something. No. No, nothing particularly useful there. Hofwiesengasse, Hermesstraße. Ja, Wien ist es auf jeden Fall. Das Problem ist halt, dass ich die Bezirksnummerierung nie auswendig gelernt habe. Ich weiß, dass es der 13. Bezirk ist. Aber wie der 13. Bezirk heißt, weiß ich nicht. So muss ich halt andere Hinweise suchen. Herzlich willkommen, Dutch City. Erstes Mal hier. Hermes, Hochmalgasse. Voller Service. Lines. Okay, das ist schon was. Leasing Hernois. Oberla. Oder Unterla, Kleidering. Ja, aber halt nur manche. Lines. Wo liegt denn das? Ich kenne eigentlich nur so das Zentrum. Hietzing, Breitensee, Lines. Grenzing, Heiligen, Nussdorf, Sievering. Stadtlau. Simmering. Albern. Nicht schlechtes Ortsname. Also Hennersdorf, Inzersdorf, Siedenhirting, Mauer bei Wien, Rodaun, Inzersdorf. Ach, schon in Niederösterreich. Friedenstadt, Speising, Meidling, Leins, da haben wir's. Und wo kommst du denn her? Josef Listergasse, Kramer Glöcknerstraße, Kardinal Biffelstraße, sucht man. Lassackstraße, Feitinger, Titelgasse. Okay. Winzer, Schweizer Tal. Bremreiner, Meitensgasse, St. Veit, Fichtnergasse, Kardinal Piffel suchen wir. Leinzer Straße, Zodok,
Gasthaus Tiroler Garten. Klimt. Kürle, Weinroter Gasse. Jagdschloss, Lister, Löffler. Gabler. Feitinger. Na. Kardinalpiffel. Ah, come on, Kardinalpiffel, wo bist denn du? Kupelwiesergasse. Konrad-Dudengasse. Wallfahrtsort für Korinthenkacker. Speisinger, Hetzendorf. Ah, scheiß drauf. Lines reicht ja völlig aus. Okay. Lines und Hietzing. Leinzer Straße. Ah, ja. Irgendwo hier in der Nähe wird es doch sein. 49.93. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. This feels kind of North American. Feels like US or Canada. I didn't know about that sign. Can we get a better look at that? No, we can't. How is everybody doing, chat? Oh, well, let's see. What does this say? Paysagiste. Esnesland. Aha, ok. Je crois qu'on est au Québec. Looks like, yeah, looking like Quebec. Maximum 40? Yeah. Yeah. You always tell when you're in Canada because the speed limit signs are the same shape as US speed limit signs, but they say maximum so that it works in both languages. Hello, Riveroon. How you doing? We are someplace in Quebec. Soon we shall even know. Where are you joining us from? Ah, dinner sounds good. Not. I haven't seen a stop sign, so I can't rule it out. The stop signs in New Brunswick are bilingual. I mean, so it definitely, it could be NB. Zombie graphique. Légère. Ah, not bad. We got word I'm going to get the proofs of the Cullen Thai book to review in the next few days. Kind of looking forward to that. Apparently, we're looking at a publication release date of like November. Apparently, it was originally going to be. It's originally going to be. Oh, what part of England? Oh wait, the sign says stop. We're not in Quebec. It was originally going to actually be in this past March, but things got delayed for all sorts of reasons. People went on leave. Hudson, Oka. Okay, so it's someplace coastal. Interesting. Fermé, not barré. Okay, maybe this could be the Maritimes. But usually in the Maritimes you see, well, in New Brunswick, in my experience, in the French-speaking bits, the stop signs say stop and arrêt. Ah, Birmingham! I once went to see Pakistan play at Edgbaston. That is my entire association with Birmingham. Monter, Maison, Paris. Hey, it's a pretty area. Okay, what's this? Hudson, Oka, Saisonnier. Okay, so it's a ferry. I actually ended up falling asleep a fair bit during the match because we took a train all the way from Cardiff to get there, and I had to get up fairly early to do that. So by the time we actually got there, I was almost completely out. Don't even remember whether Pakistan won. Oh, yes, Hex and Definitive would remember because Hex and Definitive watched with me. And then on the train back, if I remember correctly, Cardiff City and Aston Villa were playing as well. And I slept through an all-in brawl on the train between drunken supporters of the respective clubs. Yes, Hex and Definitive was there on this particular adventure. I mean, well, Ontario's a possibility too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I caught like a little bits of this Aston Villa supporter getting quite loud and boisterous, but not much beyond that. Yes, I did. I slept through. I slept through the exciting bit where he like apparently there were like 5 guards and a couple of cops had to come to pin him down. I mean, the guy had to be at least 60 too. He had some scrap in him for an old fella. From Hudson to Oka. Yeah, totally slept through it. What's that? Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, that's Sable Island. I thought that was like some sort of a glitch in the graphics there, but it's an actual place. Oh, right, it was, yeah, it was an ODI. It wasn't a test. And then there was that cabbie who took us to the station, who talked about the time he actually had a fare to take somebody all the way to Cardiff. For anyone wondering how much it costs to take a taxi to Cardiff, it's actually £280, which I think is probably about as much as it costs to take the train at this point from Birmingham. Okay, this place has lots of mixed signifiers. I mean, there are French-speaking bits of Ontario. Oh no, Hudson, Québec. On est au Québec? Okay. So, but Hudson. Where the hell is Hudson? I mean, it's got to be someplace. A cab from that's quite a fare. Old Fort Bay. Magpie, Septil. Trois Pistoles. Great name. It'd be interesting to know how it got that name. Notre-Dame des Sept Douleurs, Our Lady of the Seven Pains. Wonder if that's somehow related to the fact that it's right next to Trois Pistoles, 3 pistols.
3 pistoles, 7 dollars. Okay, so we're in Quebec. Someplace where there's a ferry. Where the hell is Hudson, Quebec? Okay, so the trouble is Quebec is huge. But most of the population is... Ici, on respecte les limites de vitesse et on partage la route. Here, we respect the speed limits. Like... Vaudreuil... Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't know why that's happening. I changed all the settings that I've seen are supposed to do anything about that. And it makes absolutely no difference. La petite Gaspésie. Rimouski, Saint-Marcelin, La Voie, Saint-Luce, Grand Métier. Okay. Oh. Is this for YouTube, are you talking about? I'll just say someplace around here. Oh. Fucking hell. By Montreal. Oh. How much? Okay. Interesting. Now I'm curious. How much? I'm just gonna look this up. Okay. I'm just looking at the pricing plan here. It looks like even the free plan is supposed to be 2160p.
Okay, where are we? Japan. 挨拶は心を結ぶ橋。中川地区青少年I mean, I've got that open on a separate page. Restream says I should be able to get up to 2160p just for my free sub. Okay, 日本のどこなのか。食事免書。下里根大橋。初耳だな。Never heard of 下湯里根大橋。Long place name like that strongly indicates that it's not a very big place. Sekiado. Nakamura 自動車鍼金工場工業。Oh, I turned around. I did not mean to do that. Okay, but what prefecture are we in? Bohan Patrol. Nakagawa-ku, but that's just a part of a city. And a very common name, Nakagawa. Iwai Koyama 郵便局。 Okay. It'd be nice if they included what prefecture this is. Naniga nanda. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you're talking about. If you watch it directly on Restream, it's 180. 39 a month gets you full 1080p. Sogo Butsuru Ippan Hanso. Okay. Kogawaya. Oh, hang on, what did that say? Oh, no. That's just a clearance. Hyogo. 15 meters. I was hoping that was a somewhat unorthodox prefectural route sign that might tell me what prefecture we're in. Noda. Joso. We have a prefectural route number, but no prefecture. Oh, wait, that was a freestanding prefectural route sign. Let us approach. Ibaraki ka? Ah. やっぱり茨城だな。Ah, no wonder. Okay. What does it say? 142. See, these hexagons are prefectural root signs. And if you find a freestanding prefectural root sign, it will tell you what prefecture you're in. (144号さん) なめがた太陽茨城 Judging from Shimotsuma Monogatari, which is my entire point of reference for Ibaraki-ken, it is sort of like Japanese Indiana. 48.54 though, not bad. House for rent sale 0272, so okay. English speaking but not US. Palm trees. Feel like we're probably in Africa. Africa is kind of a big place. Well, I mean, we could be in India too, of course. Although... not actually seeing any Indian languages being used, so... General services, orthopedics. We're in Ghana. Okay. There we go. Someplace in Ghana. 49.84. Not bad. 23.465. Not my best score, but not bad. My best score is 24.975, which is a pretty hard one to beat, because that's 25 short of perfect. Okay, now we're going to change gears and look at a video of some kind. Okay. Evan Edinger, who has previously did a video on how he supposedly became fluent in German using Duolingo only, except he didn't only use Duolingo and he also didn't become fluent in German. Yeah, he's something of a Duolingo stan. Duolingo's AI update is quietly ruining everything. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know I am not a Duolingo stan. It is literally the opposite.
There's something weird happening.
Of what actually works for language acquisition. I find the passive-aggressive way that they try to hook you in creepy as hell, actually. And where is my chat widget? So, yeah. The idea that Duolingo was great up until now is just bullshit. I mean, they charge you for a thing that is literally not going to actually... If it is the thing that you're using to learn a language, you're not going to learn a language that way. If you're using it and other things, the reason, and you actually have success at learning a language, it's the other things that are doing it.
Duolingo. It's subtle. At first you don't notice it. The lessons are still there. Mistakes, sure, every once in a while. What's new? But after a while,
Every once in a while? I didn't know about that.
it starts to feel hollow. Stories don't feel like they used to. The audio lessons have become oddly empty, vacuous.
That's kind of already what they were, though. I mean, it was always an electronic... There were very few real voice actors being used, and this is one of the things that was problematic, because a lot of the time, like in Japanese, for example, the pitch accent was wrong a lot of the time with the mechanical voices that they used.
And then you see it.
Mechanical voices. What is this, 1970?
A big announcement from the CEO. Duolingo is officially an AI-first company.
So it's crap. I mean, it was already rubbish, but now it's crap. They're transitioning from rubbish to crap, you see.
Not AI assisted, not AI enhanced, just AI first. Well, if it's AI first, who would be in second? Humans, assumably. Now, I use AI, like, all the time. I know especially online you expect people to be in a camp of either all AI bad, evil, cannot use, no matter what, no positives, or
I'm not surprised that this guy also turns out
AI
to be...
good, it is the future. But I appreciate a bit of nuance here. But something about the way Duolingo is using AI, the features they're replacing, it feels less like the bleeding edge of innovation to improve the app and the user experience.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. AI does not improve pretty much anything that it touches. There are very few, very specific applications where it actually seems to be doing useful stuff. And it's almost always very back-end when it's doing the useful stuff. But just about anything that puts AI in the front end of something makes it suck.
And more like just bleeding of any originality left. My name is Evan Ettinger.
Yeah, well, of course, because that's what AI has no originality. It's literally just coming up with the lowest common denominator of its training data. Fucking Nick Clegg was out there recently saying that it's unworkable if, like, fucking AI companies, LLM companies, have to actually get licenses for all of the copyrighted content they nick, acting like this is a proposal when that is actually the way the law is. Like, if they're gonna say this is unworkable, they need to just apologize to everyone they sued out of existence for, like, downloading a Metallica album back in the day.
This week, I hit my 9-year streak on Duolingo. It's 3,285 days or something like that. I've seen the app through ups and downs, and for the most part, I've very much enjoyed using it. I've updated this YouTube channel many times with different things about Duolingo. It helped me learn German. It helped me learn...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if his German has improved over since the video he did about how he learned German using Duolingo, but...
Spanish. I'm still learning Spanish with it. But this recent update, which is more to the ethos than even to the app, though we're going more into that later, I think shows where technology and...
I mean, the ethos already sucked, though. Because the ethos was nothing to do with how you actually can acquire a language. It's all just, like, grammar drills, basically. It's memorization. It's bullshit.
Are heading in the future. And
I mean, I used to... people who followed the stream for a long time, like both of you, will know I used to do a Duolingo speedrun. I don't do it anymore because the thing is, the things I had to say about it were... critiques were the same every single time, and it was boring the shit out of me, and they were charging me through the nose to use it without having ads all over the place. And so I said fuck it and decided to do something else. I mean, GeoGuessr charges, but it's like $1 a month, so I can, so that's manageable.
It's an important conversation to have, so let's dive in. Now, I want to talk about the backlash, all the weird things that I've noticed in the app recently, but first, you need to know how this all started. Duolingo CEO...
I mean, if you want to watch this whole video, let me just drop that link in chat. Hang on. Copy video URL. We're copying the video URL.
Louis Von Ahn recently shared an email he'd sent to the team at Duolingo on his LinkedIn. He was clearly very proud of, announcing Duolingo is now an AI-first company.
Well, yeah. I mean, the shareholders love this shit because that means they're not actually paying workers. That's like the only reason that... that is why this shit is being forced everywhere. No matter who actually wants it, which is not most people. No matter how much it makes everything suck, which is a lot, actually. Even though in most of the applications where they try to replace human workers, it turns out the human workers that are still there end up doing more, having to work more to try to iron out all the problems the AI-generated slop creates. The reason they're doing it is they don't want to pay workers. If they could get away with not paying any of us anything, they would do it.
And me, well, he says AI isn't just a productivity boost. It helps us get
it
closer
isn't,
to our...
which is interesting because it isn't a productivity boost. It helps us to get closer to our mission to teach. Their mission is to teach well. They've never gotten close to their mission. To teach well, we need to create a massive amount of content, and doing that manually doesn't scale. No, first of all, I mean, I suppose you do need a massive amount of content, but doing it manually kind of does matter because you're trying to actually, if the idea is for people to acquire languages, you need actually to have content that is by actual humans. A slow manual content creation process with one power. Jesus. Yeah.
Our mission. To teach well, we need to create a massive amount of content, and doing that manually doesn't scale. Since when? What? No, you don't. You can't teach well without more content. It can't scale.
I mean, I will say, there is a quantity-quality distinction going on as well. Like, yes, AI can generate huge amounts of content that's all plagiarized and, just sucks. But the thing is, it isn't content alone isn't what helps people acquire languages. But of course, Duolingo also doesn't help people acquire languages.
Fail. What? No, you don't. You don't need it at all, actually. You could teach well with one book. This is a classic case of bullshit that's been pampered up a little bit for the CEO's LinkedIn. Look, guys, I wrote this email. We just need more content. Seems like he has no faith in his human workforce at all. He's like...
Well, I mean, it isn't a matter... Well, he doesn't like that he has to pay them. The shareholders don't like that the thing about a human workforce is they expect to be paid, and LLMs don't.
Guys, you are not good enough. Let's let him continue. He says, we can't wait until the technology is 100% perfect. We'd rather move with urgency and take occasional small hits on quality than...
I mean, Duolingo, with quality, you're already taking a pretty big fucking hit.
Move slowly and miss the moment. What moment, Louis? Louis? The moment of all the other companies, I guess, doing the same thing?
Yeah, exactly. What moment? People are going to be wanting to be learning languages into the future, I think, because there are lots of languages being spoken. Like, what is the moment? If anything, the moment of AI is very quickly passing. Hello, Ata.
Gutting society? Yeah, what a moment to miss. It's such a shame. In his words here, to teach well, they need to lower their quality.
Well, that's on brand for Duolingo. Like, every single innovation that they've brought in has made it worse. And it wasn't good to begin with.
I'm not taking him out of context. He's literally just said that in his little LinkedIn post he's so proud of. We just need to lower the quality a little bit. At least for some time. I feel like saying there's been small hits to quality is an example of how no one at the team at Duolingo has been actually feeding any information about these small hits to anyone at the top. Or rather, maybe they truly just don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, and very clearly they don't. Because if this was about building an app to help people learn languages, if that was really what it was about, as opposed to an app that through various types of manipulation gets people to stay on it for a long time so they watch lots of ads, or they pay for it so that they don't have to watch all the ads, then you would it would be a completely different experience. It would be a completely different app. Like, I mean, one of the many things that's bullshit about Duolingo is the lessons that you do. What determines what the next lesson is not any sensible pedagogical thinking about what makes sense as a logical progression for somebody who is trying to acquire a particular language. They have one of the things they were already using AI for was to determine the sequence of the lessons, the sequence of the exercises. Because what they figure out is what the thing that people are least likely to quit after is, and that is what they use to determine it. So it makes no sense. It's just about keeping you on there regardless of whether you make any progress at all.
Definitely tell there have been hits to quality. Duolingo has always been known for having little mistakes here or there. They were always very forgivable because it was like, this is just a small team run by some people who really want people to get into language learning. But the more it became a company based on taking all the money they can out of people, the less forgivable.
I mean, which is just also known as a company.
These type of mistakes are. Anyway, he does go on. He says, one of the best decisions we made recently was replacing slow manual content creation process with one powered by AI.
It would take decades to scale our content to more learners. No, it wouldn't take decades to scale the content to more learners, because the thing is, more learners can be looking at the same content. Yeah, it just gives you activities, and it is all this all it is just like fill in the blanks exercises. This is literally stuff that is useless for language acquisition.
Sentence alone says so much. Reducing content creation to, whenever humans...
I mean, you would literally do a better job. You would, if for language learning purposes, to spend the money that you spend to get ad-free Duolingo on, a streaming service and a good VPN. I use Mulvad, which is Swedish for mole, which is quite good. Gives you a lot of different locations, and streaming services haven't twigged to it. That would be a better investment than Duolingo. Not even comparable.
Make things, they're slow, they're so manual. Imagining Lewis walking through a museum, he sees a painting on the wall. It took them 6 months to do this? I could whip that shit up in ChatGPT, one prompt, all right? Boom, artist. Let me finish up this dreadful email. Without AI, it would take us decades to scale our content to more learners.
I mean, I don't even understand why that is. Do they have to give, each learner different content? If you're scaling to more learners, you're talking about bringing in people who haven't already looked at the content that exists. Then, you don't need new stuff for them. You can show them the old stuff. They don't know it's new. It's new to them. So who gives a shit?
We owe it to our learners to get this content ASAP. So, as I do have a 9-year streak, I can translate Duolingoese. What he's saying is, you deserve to have lower quality AI-generated slop if it means that Duolingo can create more content, thus keeping you on the app longer, thus making more money off of you.
Yeah, and that is the entire thinking. That is the entire thought process. That is also why they send out those horrible, manipulative, emotional blackmail emails from the fictional computer characters being like, oh, it sucks that you're not here, we really, really miss you, and everything like that. And it's like, no, you fucking don't. You want to show me ads.
You deserve it. Imagine if I uploaded a video here. I started the video by touching the camera a little bit, adding that flare, and I went, guys, you deserve more content. It doesn't matter if the quality isn't really there. You're just here to consume. As all of my content decisions are about retention and watch time, I figured...
Yeah, what he's describing is actually YouTube. This is how YouTube works. That's why XQC is a major streamer. I mean, this is literally how the YouTube algorithm works. They want quantity, they want viewer retention. They kind of don't give a shit about anything else. Though there is a certain market bias in favor of Nazi shit.
The more I could just pump out, the more I could make money. And that's why you're watching, right? You're just there to consume. That's what you do. Anyway, I've decided to have a schedule of daily videos.
I will say, I really like his lighting scheme. I like his color. I mean, very nice color scheme. That is something I'm still kind of working on.
With AI, it's just a recreation of my face. It just kind of looks at my previous videos and tries to do its best. Versus American Duolingo. Depressing. Thank you, as always, for giving me money.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead. He's got chapters here. I want to see some more chapters. What else have we got? How Duolingo used AI to ruin its stories. Okay, that should be good, because I have to say, and I mean, I haven't talked about Duolingo much in a while, because again, you end up saying the same shit over and over again. But one of the few things on Duolingo that I thought was kind of redeemable was actually the stories. The stories were something you could do something with, because they were potentially comprehensible input. They had little twists and stuff. They were kind of cute. They were, like, for the most part, it was just translations of the same story over and over again. So almost basically no cultural specificity, which was a criticism that a lot of people had, myself included. But on the whole, of all the things that you might be able to use on Duolingo for language acquisition, the stories were potentially, like, it.
Stories used to be really great. They were at their best.
Wait, bloopers? Like, what is the... Okay, I have not looked at Duolingo in literal years. What is the radio stations thing?
And they were just real stories that you could get at a bookstore, albeit short. We used to have things like The Telltale Heart. It was actually quite nice. Eventually, with no rhyme or reason, Duolingo removed all of those from the app.
Oh, wait. They used to do, like, sort of Cliff Notes versions of actual, like, actual novels and things, like Poe. God, that's so much better than the stories that I remember.
And then started having their own original stories. This was very frustrating as a user at the time, but...
Yeah, the original, okay, I mean, that would be so much better. Wow, why every single choice that the Duolingo CEO makes takes it further in the direction of suck.
I understood what they were doing it for, like they just wanted everything to be in-house. And you know what? They used to be really fun. You could tell that they'd paid a team of people to write funny little stories up using the characters. It was
I mean, I agree. He's absolutely right. And again, this is why this was the one thing that I thought was actually useful for language acquisition that was on Duolingo, because they were fun stories and they were short. They're kind of bite-sized. So you could actually potentially, watch the entire thing. There was, there were visuals and stuff. One of them is Lucy spying on the characters. You listen to their conversation and they make a witty joke, and that's it. Sometimes the AI voices glitch out and pronounce German like English. That's pronouncing German like Evan.
Fun little way to learn a language. But I think the whole small hits to quality is
Wow,
nobody at the
that's
company
terrible.
having the heart to tell anyone up top. These are not small hits. The stories, especially little...
The thing is, they don't give a shit. Like, I mean, every single, like, that's what gets me about it. This is why I'm just done with Duolingo, even just to like play it in and like sort of hate play it, because every single change they make is just another mention, just another message that they do not give a shit about the users. They do not give a shit about the stated goal of the users. They do not give a shit about actually producing an experience that does the thing that it markets itself as being able to help you do. They do not give a shit whether the stories are any good. They don't give a shit whether the content makes sense. They don't give a shit about anything. All they care about If they could figure out a way to just have Duolingo be nothing more than a QR code that immediately sucks money out of your PayPal account or whatever, they would do that.
Podcast audio stories recently have been so horribly bland. Like someone at Duolingo, I don't know why I'm saying this like it's a hypothetical, someone at Duolingo just went, hey, ChatGPT, our version of ChatGPT, look at all of our stories, yes? Write some more. And then they didn't have a single goddamn human review the stories. They just went,
I do not
"We need more
understand
content."
with his censorship standards. Because I've heard him, he hasn't bleeped shit, he hasn't bleeped goddamn, but there were a bunch of other things that he did bleep. And it's like, just leave him in. Just leave him in. The more people leave him in, the less that can be a hit on the algorithm.
Scale. We can't teach well without small hits to quality. The stories make no sense. The stories have no beginning, no middle, no end. They just exist. Now, I will say, yeah, the audio lessons use the words from the chapters, so it's useful.
Who gives a shit? Yeah, that's such a low standard, though. That's the thing. This is what I have to. There is such a world of potential sources of input that are so much better than anything you get on Duolingo. And Duolingo's CEO his mission in life seems to be making it easier for me to make this case. Because apparently now I don't even have to qualify my statements by saying at least the stories have some utility potentially.
To hear the words used in context. But Jesus Christ, it's the most bland, blah nothingness where it used to be so joyous. It's frustrating. They're like, guys,
I don't know. So joyous sounds. Yeah, I feel is a bit exaggerated, but they were cute little stories. You know, you could watch them and kind of chuckle a little bit.
Have to all over your food. In exchange, at one point, the food might be worth more money. That's how it feels. We just need more content to scale. Our users deserve to be hand-fed AI slop. Just pump it out. Thank you, large language.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing. If you want fucking useless, worthless AI-generated stories in different languages, you can literally just do that. You don't need to pay Duolingo. You could just go on ChatGPT if that's what you want. Like, there are a million different places you can go to get this kind of content. And better.
Model. Here's the thing. Like I said, this is a weird one because I am not anti-AI. There's just one thing that I feel like people are missing that anti-AI people are quite right about. Writing stories is an art form. It's creative at its core. There are important elements intrinsic to mankind within stories. Stories are not repetitive, menial tasks. They are the creative work the company is supposedly able to focus more on now. But
exactly. I mean, exactly. There's a meme that keeps going around about how AI is like taking over all the interesting creative stuff. Doing it, you can't even say doing it badly. Because doing it badly implies that it's doing it, which it actually isn't. It is simulating doing it. And doing a bad simulation of it so that we can focus on menial, repetitive bullshit that computers could very easily do for us.
That's just the BS that they're selling to people all in an effort to make more money for their shareholders. You can't say you want to teach well and produce lower quality slop without a severe amount of cognitive dissonance. Stories written by AI aren't...
Well, I mean, you could use that meme where it's like, an image from the internet and it's as the cover image for Volume 1 of Capital. You could use a picture of him with that subtitle of what he just said as the cover image of Volume 1 of Capital.
Bad because they're technically wrong. They're bad because they're nothing. They're average. Words on a page based on patterns. Empty of meaning. They're gray. When it comes to language of all things, language shouldn't be a gray. It should be great. I don't think an AI could come up with that stupid pun yet. If you look on my...
I don't think...
YouTube channel, you'd see some of the most...
I don't think it would actually... I don't think it could come up with it. I don't think it could come up... Certainly it could not come up with the fact that the only way that works
The only way that that works is if you acknowledge that actually it's also very cringe.
Successful videos that I've made are actually about Duolingo. Ups and downs, but it's helped me so much with learning German and Spanish. And I've had many comments through the years of people like, oh, when's your next Duolingo video? Why don't you make more Duolingo videos? They clearly work. Well, because I've already said what I had to say. I don't just pump out the same thing over and over because it's a formula for more views and more money. I have to have something new to say to add to the conversation to be creatively fulfilled. If I were solely a money-driven AI-first business, I would probably have cut all the varied content that I've been making over the years and just give you a formulaic cookie cutter video with no new info. Here's Duolingo stuff, constant until you get bored of it. A lot of YouTubers go through this process. They find something that works, they ram it into the ground until people stop liking it. They try and change it.
See, I mean, in this case, I have to say, it's like, I mean, it's funny because this is like also the reason that I don't do anything, don't do Duolingo content anymore. But I probably could have done it longer in terms of like the handful of people who were there to watch that probably would have continued doing so. It was just I got fucking bored with it and I had to find something else to do.
People don't expect it. That is a recipe for disaster. I know the best way of being a online brand these days is to be on the TikToks every single second, and to be on the YouTubes, and then to make it Instagrams and make Twitter. Life is worth so much more when you touch grass, says the guy who's making an entire video about a language learning app. I understand. I've got the self-awareness.
Okay, I just noticed the time. It is time to wrap up. Thank you to everyone who joined in. Thank you, and welcome, Dad City. Good to see. It's always nice to see new people here, and we have a Discord, and I'm going to get you an invite link for anyone who would like it. I will be back tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time or 9:30 BST. Until 7 p.m. and I look forward to seeing you then. And now I am going to look into some dinner food.